So I've been an interviewer for like a very top university for nearly 7 years now. And over the years, something became like painfully obvious to me. Most people are just bad at interviews. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking bad like rain on a day you didn't expect it bad. More like bad like the fucking Black Plague on a day that you didn't expect it bad. Please behave. And with interview season right around the corner for many people, I thought it'd be worthwhile for us to have a little bit of a chat about it. Oh, who am I kidding? I just want to rant a bit about the stupid shit people do in interviews. Now, I'm not really sure when this whole plague known as power posing got its deathly iron grip on society, but boy is it refusing to let go. Is it fucking refusing to let go? More seriously though, my big problem with this whole philosophy, of which power posing is kind of like the poster child of the movement, is that it prioritizes form over content. It prioritizes the superficial over the meaningful. Because think about it, this whole philosophy like tells people that what ultimately matters for interviews is the aura of confidence that you exude. You know, basic stuff like maintaining eye contact, or holding your shoulders back straight, or turning simple fucking handshakes into brute strength measuring contests that can give you carpal tunnel if you're not fucking careful. And look, far be it from me to say that these things don't matter at all. At the margin, sure, they might make a minor difference. I mean, I wouldn't have made that offer, but damn, look at those shoulders.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine.
But people should be careful here, because focusing too much on this nonsense can and will distract you from what actually matters. You know, that you're on top of what you're actually talking about, that you know your stuff, that's gonna make you a valuable coworker or student or whatever. You know that you've read the fucking job description in the first place. So yeah, do your power poses, crack wrists like they're made from Play-Doh or whatever, but don't be there in that interview room constantly thinking to yourself, is my voice confident enough?
Eye contact,
I knew
eye
I should have done at
contact,
least
eye
one more
contact.
power
They're
pose.
neither from gaining
Eye
more
contact,
people.
eye. Now tell me if any of this sounds familiar to you. You go into an interview, sit your ass at the table, the interviewer asks you something, and then suddenly, for your brain, it's go time, baby. There's no time to waste after all. If you don't reply immediately, the interviewer will think you're stupid and that you don't know anything. How stupid are you? Surely this means that you're going to fail, you won't get the job, and then for good measure, disappoint your entire family and then end up sleeping on surprisingly
Surely this
comfortable
means that you're
mosque,
going to
admittedly,
fail
under
you won't get
bridges
the
for
job,
the rest of your
and then
life.
for good measure,
that last part
disappoint
might
your
be
entire
just family.
family.
Get some help.
But the point stands. Stop rushing. Interview questions are tough, and interviewers are aware of this. So it's okay to ask for a couple of minutes in which, you know, you silently work through the exercises on your own. In fact, what I've noticed over the years is that candidates who take their time are generally much more likely to succeed than those who just Speedy fucking Gonzalez their mental load in the first 5 seconds. And really, as someone with this channel name, I totally understand this instinct to want to like rush through everything. Rip out the band-aid to get it over and minimize the pain. But sadly, this ain't it, chief. Instead, it's important not to rush, it's important to calm down. Because bitch, honestly, it's not the end of the world. So this one is kind of related to the other two, and again, it essentially boils down to interviewees basically operating with a fucking blindfold throughout the entire process. Let's say that you are asked a question, as one is in interviews. And then, you start talking, walking through your thoughts, etc., etc. When suddenly, you realize that you're probably on the wrong track with your whole analysis. And at this point, look at me. I'd say that at least 90% of candidates do the worst thing imaginable. Because they just double down on their nonsense. They start tying themselves into knots, trying to justify like the industrial load of crap and sewage that's just spilling out of their mouth as they're digging themselves further and further into that hole. And if you're into that, you do you. But don't expect your interview to be successful. Instead, and I think you can notice a trend here, the best candidates actually end up doing the exact opposite thing. They look the interviewer in the eye. Oh, look, wow, a full circle. Would you look at that? Whoa! They look the interviewer in the eye and tell them, sorry, but I think I started on the wrong track. Can I try again from the start? To which the answer will, at least for good interviewers, invariably be yes.